how you could ever think that you're going to go out there and like give all of you if you're completely fucking broken and empty. Like how? What are you going to do?
They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Now I'm baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.
Welcome to the Changing the Culture podcast with your host, me, Autumn Clifford. This is the only self-help podcast hosted by a female cop. I want to welcome you. If you loved that intro, then I want you to go to the end of my podcast and make sure you listen to that music, that tune. It's called Baptized in Blue by One Time Music. He's a fellow police officer. You can find him anywhere you can listen to music. He's amazing. I'm really excited to have you here. I hope that you enjoy this podcast episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another podcast episode of Changing the Culture with me, your host, Autumn Clifford. It has been a minute. I want to welcome you. I want to wish you all a happy Memorial's Day. I'd like to take a moment and let's just have a moment of deep and sincere gratitude for the service members who have given their lives, who've sacrificed it all, who cannot be here to celebrate with us today. You and I both know freedom isn't free, and I think it's important that we always honor those who have come before us, those who are on the front lines with us, those who are doing everything they can to ensure that we live in a beautiful, free country, just like our founding fathers wanted, right? So it has been a minute. And I want you to know that I haven't stopped thinking about all of you and I haven't stopped being on the socials, making reels, doing the things, helping people. But we've had a lot going on. I have some really huge announcements to tell you about where the company's going, where our mission is going, and what we've been up to. I can't announce any of that yet, but I'm thinking very quickly I'll be able to. I wanted to come in your ears and I just wanted to talk to you it won't be a long episode, but I just kind of want to have a short and sweet, right to the point, from my heart to your heart, kind of a conversation today. And I want to talk to you about the idea of us being in gratitude and actually being thankful. And this comes from, it comes from what today is and how a lot of people get it mixed up and how a lot of people are partying. And, last night they spent the night getting shit-faced. They'll do the same thing tonight. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? As long as we keep in mind why we are celebrating. We have a lot of holidays that we don't really understand the true depths, of those holidays. And I feel it's just so important as a culture that we are talking about it. And so that, our children and our children's children and the generations, that come after us, they don't forget, and that we can educate people who really don't know. While it is easy for all of us to become frustrated with people who don't understand things in our culture, okay, law enforcement, criminal justice, first responder culture, that would be one of them, right? We have to also take it upon ourselves to make sure that we are educating people so that they do know about these things. And so I want to talk about being thankful as fuck, really, truly. We're just going to get straight down to it, Autumn style, because we all have shit to be thankful for and grateful for. And let me just get really fucking honest with you. The truth is we can spend a lot of our time looking on the socials, looking on the outside, looking at this person, that person, and being jealous. But when we spend time being jealous of other people, what that actually does is it blocks us from receiving everything that we want. Okay. Your desires were given to you from God, the universe, the divine. You have them for reasons. Okay. It's not to torture you. It's literally letting you know, hey, you can have that. You can have it all. But the first step is just get grateful for what you have. The way that I see it is I don't want to, like, let's say I die today. And I don't want to go and have a discussion with the big guy and be like, and him be like, yeah, you weren't thankful for anything I gave you. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. Like, I have a house, I have a computer, I have people who listen to my message. I have a beautiful husband, a crazy Belgian Malinois and a Dutch Shepherd, but I love all three of them. And like, I don't want to, I don't, you have all these things, you had all these opportunities and all of these things. And God be like, so what's up? Like, why weren't you ever thankful? I don't want to be on the receiving end of that conversation. And that pegs me a lot. That actually drives me a lot to really focus on what I'm thinking about and what I'm bitching about. A lot of us, especially as first responders, we tend to get in the, woe is me attitude. And for some reasons, for some circumstances, I agree. Right now we are in a completely chaotic time. It is not fun to be a law enforcement officer. I know veteran officers who they'll tell you, like, you couldn't pay me to be a police officer nowadays. It was nothing like it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That was real police work, right? We had fun, this and that. Now it's not like that. And I fully agree. And so, do we get thankful for that? Well, what we can get grateful for is the fact that we have a job, right? We can get grateful for the fact that there are the proud, the few, but the proud, that's also the tagline for the Marines, but that's not where I was going. Dedicated professionals who are still out on the front lines so that when we do call 911, someone does come, and that's you. And you are appreciated. And I will tell you, I have, like I said, I've kind of toned down a little bit here and there. I needed to take a step back. I needed to cleanse my head. I highly suggest it all from time to time for all of you. And what I was very clear on, I will tell you, is the fact that there's a lot of citizens. They're the silent majority, right? But there's a lot of really good citizens in this country who love you, who love police officers, who love, firefighters, first responders. We all know everybody loves firefighters. Let's just be honest. But but there's a lot of really good citizens that love police officers and don't want to get pulled over by us, right? But they do appreciate our work. And I think it's important for you to know, it's important for me to come here and just remind you of how important you are and that you do matter. But because you do matter and you are important at the exact same time, don't let that shit go to your head. I see that so many times, these young officers, even older officers who I'm like, man, stay away from me. You are human. We are all just human. Okay. We are just human. And the deal is while we are human, we are going to make mistakes, right? But we want to make sure that we are trying our damnedest to be the best human every single day in every way, professionally and personally, with all of our relationships. We want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to stay in the best health possible. Another epidemic, this is the real epidemic, and we've talked about it, but there's two of them. One is the mental health, right? We want to talk about a real pandemic, mental health, suicide. You guys know how I feel about that. I mean, we're losing first responders left and right to suicide. The military, we're losing we all know the nonprofit called 22 a day, that foundation. I mean, that really will sink in. That will, that's bad, obviously, right? Send chills right down my spine. But also, let's talk about our health. It is not, I don't go too many places. I think I need to find new circles to be around, right? New places to go. But there's not a lot of people who put their mental health and their physical health first. And you guys, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay. So you as a first responder, even you as a spouse, you out there in the world doing your thing. I don't know how you could ever think that you're going to go out there and like give all of you if you're completely fucking broken and empty. Like how, what are you going to do? right? Nothing. You're not going to be out there giving the best version of you. You're not going to be out there doing, your best work. No, you're going to be pouring from an empty cup. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be half-assing it. And it's not because you mean to. It's because you're completely exhausted. You've been putting yourself last. You aren't paying attention to your mental health or your physical health. Okay. And your agency is not going to do that for you. There is nobody that's going to do any of that for you. Hire me as your coach and I'll make sure you put yourself first. But, that's the truth. So you have to. And so what does that look like? It looks like taking some fucking 15 minutes, putting your damn phone away and sitting in a fucking corner and just chilling for a minute. That's what it looks like. Stare out the window and watch your fucking grass grow. Literally. Just take some time, go for a walk all by yourself, and do your thing. Yes, work out, absolutely work out, but also make sure your mind is, you need some silent time. As a police officer, we don't do that a lot, right? We always have the radio going. We always have, the radio going that we have for work. We always have somebody with us. And because we're gone, for long periods, our families want to be with us all the time when we're not at work. And when we're at work, we're being pulled in 100 different directions. Like, when do we just sit in silence and have the ability to relax and just chill? We don't. The answer is we don't. And I'm telling you, that is probably one of the biggest detriments to your health and your mental health, physically and mentally, that is so simple, but you're not doing it. And so I'm calling you out because I want you to start paying attention. 5-10 minutes, 15, just take some time and just chill for a minute. Just chill. Fucking sit there. Listen to your thoughts. Pay attention to your body. How do you really feel? What do you really feel about things? Stop getting caught up in the gossip at at your agency or on socials, or stop getting tied up with the agenda on how you're supposed to feel and think. Fuck all of that. No, you have your own opinion. You develop it, feel it, and fucking boom, be done with it. Stop trying to fit in. Stop going so fast. Part of numbing is also making yourself so busy that you don't have to deal with things. A lot of you do that. A lot of all of us do that. Slow the fuck down. Take a minute. Drink water when you first wake up. Put some lemon in it. Make sure you're drinking, your weight in ounces, half of your body weight in ounces, not your whole weight. Ooh. Half your body weight in ounces every day. Make sure you're drinking water. Eat the fruits, eat the vegetables, right? Get those plant sources into you. Smile, laugh, watch things that make you laugh. I binge America's Funniest Home Videos. I'll tell you, a favorite pastime of mine is I go into YouTube and I can watch these America's Funniest Home Videos of people falling down. I fucking love that shit. I nothing is funnier to me. I think that is the funniest stuff. Go and watch things that make you laugh. Do things that make you feel really good. Eliminate the shit that makes you feel really bad. Okay? Put you first. Fill up your cup, because when you fill up your cup, then you can come into our communities and you can serve. But until you do that, you're pouring from a very empty cup. Okay. I want to thank you for letting me be in your ears. I also wanted to say that this episode is sponsored by the Unconventional First Responder Incubator. Yes, it's my latest and greatest. It's a membership program just for first responders, future and former, first responders who want to do things differently, who are open to changing the culture. You want to change the culture just like me. And if you're listening to this, then I guarantee you that's you. You want to do things differently. You would love to get your mind right, but you also want to learn, how to lead, how to be a coach, how to lead up. You want to develop your own leadership style. Maybe you are like me and are open to learning how to coach other first responders, or hell, maybe you just want to learn how to coach yourself and be a better leader and apply that to the job, apply that to your personal life. If this is you, if you want to be around other unconventional, open-minded first responders, you want to, you're sick and tired of doing everything by yourself. You want to be around other like-minded people. You are into taking a program, because every single month you're going to be getting a new topic of training by yours truly. Plus, we're going to be reading a book together every single month. It'll be like an audio book, probably every 2 months is what I'm going to assume. But we'll see. We'll see how the flow goes. I'm going to be suggesting very specific books for everybody. As soon as you sign up, you receive that information. Also, if you sign up as a VIP, that's for 1 whole year, you get my most coveted, most popular, and most foundational program I've ever put out. It's called the Resilient First Responder. It's an email course. You're going to be getting that into your email and you will love it. It has changed so many first responders' lives. So yeah, if that is what you're interested in, hit the link below or just go to my website, autumnclifford.com/incubator. Soon as you sign up, you get going. Excited to have you in there. It's, as always, a pleasure to be inside your ears. Get your shit together. Put yourself first. I love you and stay safe.
They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Now I'm baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. They buried me in the water in the Holy Ghost. I came out with a badge and gun and a heart that said never run. I signed up for a job you wouldn't dare to do. This ain't no green screen movie, don't compare the two. We look at your actions in the elements and everything relevant. If they line up, prepare to pay the consequence. You do dirt, you get cuffed, no bluff. It's ignorant to think we will shoot with your hands up if you the police. You feel the world is against you, like every call you go to, people trying to tempt you. Well, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. I ride on the devil, I ain't scary, and I ain't worried. You want my life, come take it, it's gonna be a fight. I take you to the light, like Will and Bright. I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I can't explain the pain when I see a name on the wall. All I feel is rage, put me in a cage, let me brawl. Sometimes I can't help but cry, like why did he die? I know it was him, but it could have been I. What about the kids? What about the spouse? Yeah, now who gon' put food inside them babies' mouth? It's a bigger picture when the officer down. Domino effect, Blue Nation, family, country, and town. The media don't cover us. Well, maybe Fox, cause MSNBC and CNN surely don't care about cops. Politicians more concerned about protecting the legal instead of laying the law down and protecting the people. Let me get off my soapbox before I curse. I don't seen way too many cops riding in hearse. Well, I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. If I'm faced with a mission, I'm gonna complete it. If that means being deleted, I live with the credence. I do this for the combat vets and Leos. When I'm suited, ready to go, it's either friend or foe. Only Lord knows what my future's in store. I only kill with the hope to see more, so God don't close that door. If I take a life, it's him or me, with the hopes to survive, not bigotry. I go in situations that you cannot imagine, deal with things that you cannot fathom. Know it, but I'd rather fight for a cause than live for nothing. So when you read my headstone, you know I died for something. You hypersensitive, she complain by justified force. You blame the cops first, that don't work, you blame the courts. But I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got gritty, I'm a warrior. That's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior. That's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got gritty, I'm a warrior. That's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior. That's been baptized in blue.